Hi, in this video, I'm going to talk you through the process of syncing the data um, so that the data you have in your school information system is consistent with the data that's in your Google Classroom or all the Google Classrooms for your domain. So in this, I assume that the school information system data is the source of truth. So if there are any discrepancies, it creates data or creates records and deletes records um, to bring the two in line. So to do this, before you do this, you have to make sure that you've downloaded your data from Google Classroom and that you have imported your school information system data. Then, if you open the Classroom Manager sidebar and go to Domain Admin, and if you click on Sync Trigger, it will open this window. And there's quite a lot going on in here, so I'll try to talk you through this. So this first panel are the filters you set, or I set when I imported my classes data from Google Classroom. So I didn't set any filters, so they're all blank. But if you've set any, they will appear there. And if you change them and then save it, those changes will be reflected when you next time you go down to download your Google Classroom classes data. So that's the first panel. The second panel is about is setting the synchronization settings, the sync settings. You can sync based on one of three things. So on the class name only, on the class and section name together, or on the description heading. I use the description heading because that is not viewable by anybody unless they're using a tool like this. So it can't be changed. So it's safe for me to use as to sync the two sets of data with. And then this is about whether you want to set these changes to be made automatically or whether you want them to be changed manually. So if you choose manual, the change will be flagged in the spreadsheets, but you have to go on later and confirm those changes. So the first question is about, do you want to identify new classes and identify the classes to be removed? So you can set that to yes or no. So if you set it to yes, it will flag in the GSFE class page any classes that don't appear in your school information system list of classes. So it'll flag those to be deleted, and any that appear in your school information system as classes that don't appear in your GSFE class page, it will add records on and wait for you to create those. So then the rest of these you can make manual or automatic. So whether you want to create those new classes that have been identified, whether you want to add teachers to the existing classes and to the new ones that you're creating, add students, whether you want to delete the classes automatically once you flag them to delete, and whether you want to remove teachers and remove students from classes. So that's the sync settings, and then this panel is about when you want the sync process to start. So you can set it to run daily or weekly, or to be a manual sync only. So there's no triggers and there's no syncing going on. If you set it to daily, the day of the week field disappeared because it's happening daily. But if it's weekly, it'll want to know what day you want it to start running and at what hour of the day you want it to start, this process to start. So you can set it for AM or PM. And then here, the download settings are about, do you want to automate the process of getting data from GSFE to populate the classes page and populate teachers and students. And you want to import data from your SIS spreadsheets. You don't want to do that manually or automatically as part of this sync process. And then these two panels are about getting, so it's the same process about setting whether you want them weekly or daily or monthly. So this panel here gets the numbers, so it'll get you for the list of classes in your GSFE class page. It will run through and show you how many students are in that class, how many assignments have ever been set for that class, and how many announcements have ever been made for that class. And again, you set when you want that process to start. You can press that button there, and it will run immediately and get that data. And this one is about getting the detail of those announcements and assignments. So you can schedule that to run to get that data and populate the spreadsheet, the appropriate sheets, or you can press that button to get the detail now. Depending on the number of classes you've selected in your GSFE class page, that process could take a very long time. It's up to you. You need to experiment with that to see how long it takes to run. I've put some details about triggers and the constraints that Google put on triggers, and so therefore automating jobs on the web page. Look through that and have a read of that before you set this going. It's just about how much time it will allow you to run these things for. So once you've set your settings, you can save the rules, or you can switch the triggers on, or that's because they're off at the moment. You can switch them on. If they're on, you'll be able to switch them off, and then you can tell it to sync straight away and go and do that process and do whatever you've got it set to do here. Hope that makes sense. Have a play with it. If you've got any questions, contact us on the support system. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.